Give me a thumbs up. I see it. Okay. All right, guys. Welcome to the first call of the June 6 weeks Coach Basics program. My name is Liz Bellini, and I am a Swarm coach. I've actually been a coach since 2011. And just to kind of give you a little bit of a background on me, been a coach for 3 years. I was actually a customer first. I had a really great experience with the program Turbo Fire. I had lost 30 pounds doing it, had actually won a Beachbody Challenge, won $500 with that challenge, and just really fell in love with the program and had really zero intentions of being a coach at all. I didn't even know what it was until, somebody brought it up to me, and I had gone to a Super Saturday that Tommy was hosting, and absolutely fell in love with just the community of people, the support that it had. And I knew what Turbo Fire had done for me and my physical health. So I just really wanted to share that with everybody else. And, fast forward 3 years, here I am as a full-time coach. So it's really kind of surreal to think about, how big of an opportunity this is and how it really can, change your life in just a few short years. Like I said, I had become a coach in 2011. It's 2014, so I'm just celebrating my 3-year anniversary as a coach. And I had posted a little bit in the team page, the Coach Basics page, a few days ago, and I'm also celebrating my 1-year anniversary as a full-time coach. I used to be a full-time marketing executive for a publishing company in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. So that was a big part of my life for 8 years. And I worked Beachbody coaching part-time in conjunction with that job for the last 2 years of it. And unfortunately, last year in April of 2013, I was blindsided by that company that I was loyal to for 8 years, that started to restructure the company. And they called me up out of the blue one day and just said, Liz, we're really sorry to have to tell you this, but your job is gone, effective immediately today. By 5 o'clock this afternoon, hand over your computer, and that's it, basically. And that was, a big shock. For anybody, it would be a big shock. Holding a great job for 8 years and then out of nowhere being blindsided and having the rug swept from underneath you financially. But luckily for me, I was doing coaching part-time, and I had to really look at my situation. And fortunately enough, I was helping enough people and I was building my team that I was very comfortably able to walk away from that job and be able to be a Beachbody coach full-time. My income that I was making as a coach completely replaced what I was making as a marketing executive in downtown Cleveland for a publishing company, which worked 100% in my favor. Not only am I a coach, but I'm also a wife, and I'm a mother of 7-year-old twins. So being able to, work from home, doing something that I absolutely love, has been just a blessing. And here I am a year later, able to be on a call with people like you who are eager and driven and determined to essentially do the same thing and help, a lot of people. Obviously, you're here for a reason, and whether it's because you've had a really great experience with the product or the team or the support, whatever it is, your reason for being here is why I'm here. So let me just start out by telling you that not long ago, 3 years ago, I was sitting in your shoes as a brand new coach, going through a similar, Coach Basics program. I have to tell you, you guys are really lucky because 3 years ago, there was no such thing as Coach Basics. There was no proven system tested out by the leaders in the company, led by leaders in the company, for us. Basically when I went through something similar like this, Tommy had reached out to a bunch of us who were really active and driven in the team and really wanted to work the coach business and said, hey, I'm going to be doing these 6-week trainings to help people learn more about the business. Do you want to be a part of it? And of course, I was like, yes, I want to learn, especially from one of the best guys in the network. And so essentially we did it. And, back then, Tommy was just, throwing pasta up against the wall and seeing what would stick and what wouldn't. He was just, basically teaching us what he knew. to be successful in the business. So luckily over the years, it's kind of evolved. I mean, this system that you're taking part in for the next 6 weeks is actually a sought out system. It's been tested. It's been proven. Many coaches have gone through it with success and have grown their business substantially. So while you're here, just know that you have a really great opportunity to learn. All the information that's being given to you is going to be given to you the same way that it's been given to everybody else. The difference is how you choose to use that information. You know, are you going to be engaged in the team? Are you going to be checking in every day? Are you going to be, keeping up with the assignments, tuning into the calls, asking engaging questions, being a support to other people in the group? All of those things come into play when you are a part of this group. And I have to tell you that the more active that you are and the more, the higher your participation is in the group, the more you're going to get out of it, because it's going to raise questions and it's going to raise ideas. When people come together and they're sharing ideas, so many things come out of that. So as you're taking notes and you're thinking about how you're going to start this group, I would just really think about, show up to the page and take really good notes. Do your assignments, and just know that it doesn't have to be a time-consuming thing. If you block off time during your day to do this, and say, okay, at 12 o'clock on my lunch break, I am dedicating at least 30 minutes to my Coach Basics group, and you check in, and then you're out. You can do that. You can do this business in 30 minutes a day. So basically, that's just kind of like my little intro to the group. I'm going to be giving you a quick little rundown of what you can kind of expect to get out of this group. I already, explained a few of those. There's going to be 7 total calls. Okay, this being one of them. Tommy and I are going to be co-hosting the calls. There's going to be live weekly calls. So every Wednesday at 9 p.m. We're going to meet here. This is going to be our live meeting space. And each call will be a little bit different. A lot of the times, Tommy will be going over some advanced training. Another really great perk to being a part of this group is because we have Mr. 5-Step Process ourselves. Okay, Tommy was just in Santa Monica at the Beachbody headquarters refilming videos for the 5-step process for the Coach Online office that is going to be used by the entire network. There are over 200,000 coaches in the Beachbody network, and they're all going to have access to the videos that he trained just a few weeks ago. But we are getting them live every Wednesday night right here in our little Zoom call. So we are very fortunate. I hope you know that you're very fortunate to be a part of this small group and to actually have the man himself who created the 5-step process here, and you're able to pick his brain in our small group. So of the 7 calls, you're going to be able to get to hear a lot from Tommy. I think he had said, I talked to him earlier today, and he had said that next week he plans on maybe doing some role playing with the 5-step process. So you'll actually get to, hear, see, feel the whole look of the 5-step process and how it's used with customers and challenge group and all that stuff. In addition to the calls, there's going to be daily assignments. And I believe those assignments are going to start tomorrow. I don't think there are any assignments today. So the assignments are going to be posted daily in the page. Usually Nicola pins them at the top of the page, right? Or Tommy or somebody, they'll be pinned at the top of the page. So every time you jump into our Coach Basics page, they will usually are pinned at the top of a page, and those will start tomorrow. And again, I highly encourage you to engage in those daily assignments and participate just as much as you can. In addition to the live calls, I know I see the recording in the top of the screen right now. But if you're on this call live, that's great. I encourage people to get on the live calls because you never know what's going to hit you right in the live calls. And plus, with technology, there have been times where we've gone to record these calls and technology frazzles out on us and we can't get the recording and it was lost in like cyberspace or something like that. So there's always a chance, we will always record the calls, but there's always a chance that the recorded calls, don't, get to be posted because they've been lost or something technical happened. So if you can make the live calls, I would make it a priority to always be on the live calls. So that way, for sure you haven't missed anything. But we totally understand if you can't make it and you have to catch a recording. I would just highly suggest that if you do have to miss a call, that you are listening to the recording like the very next day as soon as Nicola posts it, because that is like real-time information, and the more caught up that you'll be with everything that's happening, you'll be up to speed with the rest of the group. So I'm going to give you a list of some of the things to really grasp throughout this entire Coach Basics program. Okay, some things I guess you want to like master. You want to be the master of these things. So first off, the books. If you haven't already got your books or purchased your books, or maybe you already have them, do that immediately, because these books are going to help you so much. They go hand in hand with all the assignments. Okay, the first book was First Steps to Wealth by Dani Johnson. You can get her book actually for free on her site at danijohnson.com. All you have to do is like pay shipping. I think Jessica said that it was only like $7 or something like that. So, so $7 for, honestly, that book, I've read it numerous times. I think it was one of my very first personal development books that I ever read. And it's not only going to help you with coaching, it is going to help you in just about every area of your life. I mean, this woman covers everything in that book, and it is going to help you tremendously in coaching. So if anything, if you're into, bettering your life overall, read it for that reason. It's perfect for anybody. The next book is the Go Pro book by Eric Worre. This is such a network marketer's Bible. Like, so many good concepts in this book. Learning how to talk to people and know if you struggle with, exactly what to say to people. Like, this book it lays it out, and it's like not even like that thick. Like, it's like I'm not a book reader, and so like the book is like that thin, and the words are big on the page, and the chapters are short. So it's like the perfect book for me. If I can read this book, anybody can read this book. So I highly suggest getting that book ASAP and start learning from it. Start reading it like tonight, or at least read the first chapter or something. Get started. This online course is only 6 weeks. We have 2 books. Unless you're an avid book reader, you're gonna have to get started now on those books. I know for me, I'm a pretty slow reader. I have to process stuff, so I have to get started now if I want to finish 2 books in 6 weeks. So get the books. The next thing on the list of things to master is challenge groups. Challenge groups are the core of our business. That is how we support our customers. That's how we keep them on track with their programs. It's how we support them. I always tell everybody, all of my new coaches, that support, of the 3 combination, fitness plus nutrition plus support, I really feel like support is the number one thing. People need the support to stay on track. 80% of the coaches in this network were customers first. I'm proof of that. Okay. So 80% of people who are coaches are customers first. And we talk about that when we talk about upgrading challengers to coaches. Customers that get a great experience with the product, or have amazing results with the product, or become really big advocates of the product, make awesome coaches. Why? Because they are a product of the product. They are a walking billboard for the products that we use. So if they have the support that they need to get through their programs and to see results, then it's like a chain reaction. So I feel like our challenge groups are the core of what we do. So really, when we're going to talk about, challenge groups in the page. There's going to be assignments about challenge groups in the page. So challenge groups, challenge packs. challenge packs are the whole package. You get an entire program with Shakeology, and then it comes with, the club membership, and obviously they're getting the support of the group and the support of you as their one-on-one, coach, helping them, figure out the program, leading them through their personal challenge and whatever program that they chose. And also it's the best way to grow your business. I mean, we earn Success Club points by selling challenge packs. And they're the best deal. They're discounted. Eventually, people who decide just to do the program are curious about Shakeology eventually, because they hear about it so much, especially if they're in the challenge groups. So offering them the challenge pack up front, not only are they going to save money, but they're going to be able to experience the whole package. The whole package, the fitness, the nutrition, and the support. Everything comes together. And when people do 100% of the planned out plan, they get 100% of the results. So it's just a shorter route to get results faster, if that makes sense. The next thing you're going to learn about and you're going to want to get good at and master is FORM, FORM. It's an acronym, it's a skill. It stands for Family, Occupation, Recreation, and Message. This is in the book First Steps to Wealth. So if you haven't got the book, get the book and definitely read about FORM. FORM is going to be a core skill that you're going to use every day as a coach. If you get good at it and you start using it every day in your life, at your real job, at your with your kids, with your friends, with your family, you will be amazed at how well your relationships get with people. And this is a relationship-based business. We work one-on-one with people every single day. So we want to get good at relationships, and FORM is a great start and a great skill to learn to do that. Next is the 5-step process. We talked about that. Obviously, you want to be really good at the 5-step process. And luckily enough for you, you're learning from the man himself. And I believe he's going to be going over that next week. So the next thing, I mentioned this before, is upgrading challengers to coaches. That's going to come towards the end of the 6 weeks. We're going to lay out the basics of everything. Towards the end, you're going to learn, how to really talk to those challengers who are having success with the program, and then how to bring up the coaching opportunity to them. So that way you can upgrade your challengers who are having great success, who are big advocates of the product, and upgrade them to challengers or to coaches. And then lastly, you're going to learn about how to qualify for those free leads. Okay, obviously the first step is becoming an Emerald coach with your first promotion as a Beachbody coach, and earning Success Club. So those are the first really two really big steps in building your business. Getting to that first promotion, Emerald, and then also hitting Success Club. Two very important things that are going to guaranteed to help you push your business forward and help your income grow. So let's see here. So we're in the 6 weeks, and I'm going to tell you that it's going to go by fast. Okay, we're into June. It's a really busy, it's just summer. Everybody's busy in summer. We have, school kids are getting out of school. We got vacations coming up. One in particular is we have Summit coming up in June in just a few weeks. I can't believe how fast it's coming up. If there are any of you on here that are going to Summit, I hope to see you. I hope to see you there. Grab me and say hi, introduce yourself. It's so different, being on these calls, here face to face. Sometimes it's like, oh yeah, that's you or whatever. But we have Summit coming up. So during that week that we're at Summit, myself, Tommy, and all the other leaders are going to be, MIA. We're going to be, engaged at Summit in all the training classes and the group workouts and things like that. So we will have something. I don't know. We probably won't have a call. At least it won't be led by myself or Tommy that week. We might throw up a recording for everyone to listen to. Or another thing I suggest is that you pick a coach that's going to Summit. Maybe it's your upline coach. Maybe it's a fellow coach that you know really well, and you're kind of like accountability partners with, or something like that, who is going to Summit. Follow them. Follow these coaches who are going to Summit. Watch their status updates on Facebook. Get in the know. Okay, that's going to be your best tool if you're not going to Summit. To getting in the know, and to getting, all the amazing information that's going to be handed out when Summit, because there's going to be so much information coming out at Summit. I'm so excited for like the things that I'm hearing that are coming out. It's going to be amazing. So definitely, be on your game, follow those coaches who are going to Summit. And you know what, better yet, if you haven't made the choice to go, there is still time. Like, we can still make it happen for some people. I mean, we can find people who are, want to share rooms with people. There's still ways to get into Summit. So, I mean, if you're one of those people that is just like ready to like jump in and go all in and do it, like, seriously, let one of us leaders know. We will help you make it happen somehow. It's not too late. So, but I mean, I know it's only a few weeks away, so it's totally up to you. But either way, find a way to get in the know. Hook up with your upline coaches. Hook up with people who are going to be going to Summit. Set up a system where they can like text you or message you the information as it comes out, as we're sitting in the general session and Carl is giving us all the amazing information. Find somebody that's going, so that way you can be up to date and you're not the last one to know what's going on. Let's see here. So, let's talk about, I wanted to go over like some goals. So if you're taking notes, make a little section about what are some things that you want to be at the forefront of your mind, what you want to accomplish during this next 6 weeks, as kind of like a goal list. Okay, we should always be thinking about what kind of goals we want to accomplish during this 6 weeks. Okay, so the number one thing I want you to be thinking about is a challenge group. I want you to be thinking about starting your own challenge group, whether it's hooking up with your upline coach. Maybe they have a group that they're leading. Regardless, you want to be putting it out there that you're going to be starting a challenge group. Okay, so you're going to want to pick a start date, and you're going to want to promote that. However it is you promote your challenge groups, whether it's on Facebook or Instagram, or just reaching out privately to people and saying, hey, I'm going to be starting an online fitness challenge. I know that a lot of coaches in the network are calling it the hashtag summer slim down. I know that for my team, that's what we're doing. So maybe your challenge group is going to be focused for the summer slim down. And then you're going to want to pick a date for that. Okay, your goal is to set a date. I would say, honestly, if we're going to be promoting a challenge group to start in June, are you going to bed? Okay, good night. That was my daughter. She was giving me a kiss good night. So if you're going to be starting a challenge group in June, I would say start promoting it now. And set your start date, I would say like June 23rd. Because that gives you a couple of weeks. Yeah, right? Somebody says, yeah, it's June 23rd. That gives you a couple of weeks to reach out to people, make your list, and, give people time to think about this. And if they want to do it, give you time to talk to them. And then that way, you set them up and you get everybody started on June 3rd. It is so important to have a date. Okay, that forces people to make a decision of whether or not they're going to do this thing or not. Okay, simple thing about making a list and moving people on the list, off the list, on the list, off the list, whether they are a yes or whether they are a no, or whether they are, I don't know, maybe they don't know, but that gives you a window of opportunity to figure that out with them. Okay, so set a date, start promoting it. Challenge group. Maybe you're committing to 5 challengers in June or 10 challengers in June, whatever it is. Make it a goal, put a number on it, and make it specific. Next thing, let's see here. Learning how to qualify leads, by shooting to get to your first promotion. So by the end of this 6 weeks, your end goal should really be to hit that first promotion in your business, hitting Emerald. If you're serious about building this business, then you better be serious about hitting that very first promotion. I think that Emerald is the single, most important rank to hit in this business, because then you really start to build a team, and you really start to build customer leads. And when you hit Success Club, the company is giving you free leads, free customers. And I don't know about you, but that sounds like free money to me. When I was a coach in 2011, I became Emerald probably within my first month. And ever since then, I've been getting free leads from the company, which is averaged out. Probably I have about 500 customers in my customer base just from being a coach for at least an Emerald coach for 3 years. And I would say that, on an average, I probably get $300 a month from just people who have been free leads. And to me, that's free money. Yes, I reach out to those people. Some of them get back to me. Some of them don't. The ones that do, I've built great relationships with. And it's been awesome. So you don't want to give up an opportunity like that. So I would make it a number one goal to shoot for Emerald. It only takes 2 people, just like you, who are wanting to, help people with what we have to offer. So just 2 people. And honestly, if you're married, I would say that your spouse should be your first coach. My husband was my first coach. Actually, my husband and my mom were my coaches that got me to Emerald. And they still support me in this. When I decided that I wanted to be serious about coaching, I talked to my husband and I said, you know what, if we're going to do this, if I'm going to do this and I'm going to be serious about it, then I'm going to have you be on board too. Because when I first started drinking Shakeology, I just only bought myself a bag, and my husband was drinking all my Shakeology. And I was getting mad because by the end of 30 days, I wouldn't have any more Shakeology left. And I was like going through withdrawal with that. I was like, dude, get your own bag. And then finally I was like, you know what? You're signing up to be a coach. He loves Shakeology. He lost 50 pounds doing P90X. So he loves the workouts. So I'm like, you know what? We're going to sign you up. We're going to get you a discount. You're going to drink your own dang Shakeology, and you're going to get away from mine. And you're going to serve a great purpose, in our business, in what is now, fast forward 3 years, income that provides, to our family, my husband and our 7-year-old twins. It is a financial, security for us. And he's one of my coaches. And he serves that, and now we get paid in not only one business center, but we get paid in his business center. I'm a 2-star diamond coach, so I have this probably doesn't make any sense to you. So, but the thing of it is that, if you're going to do this seriously and you're married, I would seriously consider signing up your spouse. It makes good financial sense. So, and if you have any questions about that, if you want to message me or post about it on the page, I'm willing to answer any questions and talk about all that stuff that, is probably like Greek to you. But myself and Tommy are happy to explain that whole situation with signing up your spouse. So that should be one of your first goals, reach Emerald. Okay. It's the beginning of June. You have an opportunity to get to your first promotion, Emerald, and you have an opportunity to make Success Club in June, which is going to give you free leads in July. I'm telling you right now, you're going to want the free leads in July, because with the release of Chalene Johnson's program PIO, there's going to be a flood of customers coming in. Okay. If you are familiar with Chalene Johnson or Turbo Fire or Turbo Jam or Chalene Extreme, the woman holds the world record for the most at-home DVD programs ever made. Okay. So if you can think about that, you can think about her client base, people who have done Turbo Fire, Chalene Extreme, Turbo Jam, they're all going to want to do PIO. Okay. And not all of them are going to be getting it through a coach. Okay. Some of them are going to be going to beachbody.com and ordering. Okay. And those are the customers that get sent to Emerald coaches and above who are hitting Success Club. Those are the free leads. Okay. So you're going to want to do that. You're going to want to hit Success Club and make Emerald in June, so you can be a part of that flood of customers coming in July. Next goal, read the books. I already, voiced my opinion on that. Get started on them, make it a point to read like 10 pages a day or something like that. Learn and apply the techniques and the tips that are being taught in these books. Okay. You can read and read and read all day, but unless you're actually learning and applying those techniques, then it's useless. Put those techniques into work. Get them working for you. So reading the books, that is one of the other goals. And then the last goal I have here is the daily assignments. Just decide right now that you are going to engage in all of these assignments. You're going to really get good at personal management. And you're going to carve out a certain time during your day to dedicate to doing your assignments, whipping out that notebook, taking notes, and really learning to, make it a daily habit. Okay. I don't know if any of you have read Darren Hardy's Compound Effect, or maybe listened to the audios. I believe it's actually one of the Success Club promotions this month. If you make Success Club in June, then you get the free copy of Darren Hardy's Compound Effect. But this is the compound effect in place. Doing the simple things over and over and over consistently reap big rewards in the end. Okay. And something as simple as checking into a simple Facebook group page for doing a 5-minute daily Coach Basics assignment is going to reap you huge benefits in the end. Okay. So make it a goal to be all in, like right now. I always tell some of the new coaches, do you want to make a little money being a coach, or do you want to make a lot of money being a coach? And, a lot of them say, well, I want to make a lot of money being a coach. Okay. So one of the things is that you're going to have to sit down and ask yourself, is this going to be a hobby of mine, or is this actually going to be a business? And people who treat it as a hobby, they tune in, whenever it fits into their schedule. They're not making it a priority. So just something that they do. That's a hobby, and it'll pay you like a hobby. But if you decide to really take this seriously and work it as the business that it is, okay, then you get paid like a business. Okay, think about if you started Beachbody all on your own and you invested all of these thousands of dollars into all the marketing and all the programs and paying all the trainers. I mean, you wouldn't just let your Coach Basics group leave it to chance, would you? Heck no, you would be in it. Like, you would be scheduling focused time to be going over the steps that are going to help you keep this business alive. I think that's the biggest, misconception that people have when they sign up as coaches. The fee is so small to get started, but the opportunity financially that it holds for you is seriously 6 and 7 figures. That's what you're looking at. You're looking at the potential of a business that can reap you 6 and 7 figures. I mean, even 5 figures, if you're not even able to see past that, but just know that it is possible. It is possible. So that's really all that I have for you tonight. Your commitment over the next, 6 weeks is going to reflect the outcome of what you're able to give to this group. And the biggest advice that I honestly can give all of you is that just to show up. Show up if you're doing great. Show up if you're struggling. Show up if you have no idea what the heck you're doing. Humble yourself and ask some questions. There are no stupid questions. Okay. Every single one of us was in this beginner position when we first started. Okay. A lot of us were very clueless. We didn't know what was going on. We felt dumb. We didn't know, who we were talking to or how we were approaching people. There were some things that we were forced to step out of our comfort zone with. That's the whole idea with taking on something new like this. So, it's really easy. All of these things that we're doing here in Coach Basics, they're all really easy to do. I'm going to tell you that. But what I'm also going to tell you is that they're all really easy not to do. Okay. So, if I were you, I would just, after this call, take a look at the notes, take a look at your goals that you wrote down for yourself, and think about why it is that you really want to do this, and if you are ready to commit, 100% and be all in. So that's all I have for you guys. I look forward to working with you on the page, and I guess we'll see you tomorrow for the first assignment. So we'll see you guys. Thanks for joining us. Bye.